babe. Got me wrapped around your finger, know I do whatever you say. Oh, y'all heard that she go 2 ways. And she left from Amberhead cause I'm a new babe. Yeah, that's my boo thing. Come and hop up on my blue wave. Let me introduce you to a true change. I'm by your side, even when I'm gone for a few days. Cause I want nobody but you, babe.
Alright, so what does KokeRainz mean?
KokeRainz, that means, so like, my nickname used to be Coco, and then I started writing poetry, and then I just went by Coke when I wrote poetry. So then when I started making music, I used Coke, and then Rainz, that came from writing poetry, because I used to use Rainz as like an emotion in the poetry, so like I'm raining, so that just means I'm expressing myself. So it's like KokeRainz, like I'm expressing myself.
So at what age did you get introduced to music?
When I was like 5 and like my cousin was like 3, like my grandma, she used to watch What's Love Got to Do With It, the Tina Turner movie, and she used to watch Temptations. Like those is not no kids movies, but the music part in it, that's what like really made me start liking music by the Temptations and Tina Turner.
Okay. What were some early influences for you?
Definitely Michael Jackson, Beyonce. Those like my 2 biggest influences because I just like they great performers, and I really want to like be a great performer too. So those 2 mainly. Ariana Grande, I used to love listening to her songs and like try to sing them, and Temptations and Tina Turner as well.
Okay. You remember the first song you ever wrote? And what age?
The first song I ever wrote, I was probably like 7, or I don't know, I was young, and I was real excited because that was the first time like I felt like I expressed myself. And the song, I only remember 2 lines. It was like, I feel pain in my chest, like I just hope it goes to rest. But to me, it was just like, I'm just expressing myself. So I remember showing my mom, and then she was just like just dismissed it, and that kind of made me dismiss music. And I ain't write my next song until I was 17.
What is the importance of family to you?
Family, like my little brother and my little sister, that's probably like my closest family, and they like super important to me, especially because I'm older than them, so I just want to like be an example and like make sure they straight. So I would say my family like super important to me, my brother and my sister.
What made you ultimately want to start making music?
What made me just start making music? Well, first I was writing poetry, and then I had a friend at the time, he was rapping, and I used to go to the studio with him all the time, and then they used to read my poetry, and I used to let people at school read my poetry. So then they used to be like, you should sing, like you should sing, or you should make a song, or you should rap. And I used to be like, nah. So then one day my homie, he just kept telling me like, just make a song, it's not that hard. And then I just made a song, and then from there I just kind of like just kept making music from there.
So what was that transition period like, from transitioning from trying to rap to starting to fully sing?
It wasn't like too much of a like thinking or like decision. I was just like, I just want to sing. So I was like, I'm gonna make a singing song, like literally, just like that. I had the idea, and then my first singing song, Recover, I just kept practicing it like at least 100 times, and that's how I like found my voice, and then I just kind of kept like singing from there.
Okay. What does music mean to you?
Music mean like everything, not everything, but it's real like sacred to me, because it's just the main way that I know how to express myself is through music. And I just love listening to music, and I love connecting with it, and it's just like universal. So yeah, I fuck with it.
Has there been any struggles trying to, as you're an upcoming artist, like what has the struggles been?
The first struggle was like wanting to put myself out there. Like it took me like 3 to 4 months to be like, okay, I'm gonna put myself out. Like I was really tripping myself out. Like dang, like I just don't know how, like I just don't know. And then once I finally did it, I was like, what? This is nothing. Like I could have been did it, but it's like everything happened for a reason though. Like you gotta build up that confidence in yourself to be able to put yourself out.
So tell us about your first ever performance.
My first performance, it was in Dallas, and it was at Coast to Coast, and it was crazy. My two sisters, they lived in Houston, and they was supposed to come out there to see me, and then like some things happened. They ended up going back, so I went to the competition all by myself, and I performed this song I have called Persuasion, and like I was real nervous, but I wasn't that nervous because I practiced a lot. So it was like nervous, and it was fun. It was like I had a lot of energy. I didn't really know how to control it that much, so I might have been a little out of control. But afterwards, like I just feel like on top of the world, like because it's kind of like I achieved like one of my childhood dreams. Like I performed, so it was lit. I didn't place at all, but it was a good experience.
So tell us about not placing your first one to going to place at your second.
Yeah.
First, not place, but it's a first.
Yeah, so that was crazy. Like that one, like the first one was in February, and then the other one wasn't all the way until August. So that was the second Coast to Coast in Phoenix, and I just practiced a whole bunch. It was crazy. Like maybe like a couple of weeks before, I looked up performance tips, and like just that one video like helped me learn how to control my energy. So when I went there, like I was just like, I'm gonna have fun, like I'm gonna just have fun, like I'm gonna just do this. And then like to get first place on the second performance, it was crazy, but it was like, it was kind of nothing. I just performed like I usually do in practice, so it was a good time, but it's like the practice really helps.
How much do you practice?
I practice a lot. I practice damn near every day. I'll be mad when I don't practice a day, but I definitely like to just practice every day because consistency is key. And that's how I learn new moves. Like when I keep practicing, I just learn more stuff to do. Like I learn different parts. I learn my songs in and out. Like yeah, you can know the words of your song, but you gotta know your song in and out so you could like know parts that maybe the crowd want to sing along, or you could do this too. Like it just opened up creativity when you just practice a lot, and it's fun. It's hella fun. I've been practicing for a long time. When I was little, I used to practice my favorite artists' songs, and I never knew I was gonna have my own songs, but I just love performing that much to where now it's like it's fun to me. Practice is fun.
So what is the ultimate goal for what you're trying to do with your music?
My ultimate goal, I would say, is I just want to be the greatest that I can be, take my craft the farthest that I can, and I'm just fascinated with seeing how great I can be and tapping into that.
What type of music do you listen to on the daily?
Reggae, R&B, G Herbo, Polo G, Nipsey, yeah.
What is the purpose of your music?
The purpose of my music is, like, is to just like leave a positive impact on others. Like it's a way that I express myself in a positive way, and I know like sometimes it's hard to express yourself when you could go to negative ways. So it's like by me expressing myself in a positive way, no matter like what emotion it is, like that can inspire someone else to also like express themselves, or maybe they can connect to something in my music. So just to leave like a positive experience.
Do you have a writing process?
Yeah, like I write, like if the beat like strikes an emotion, like that usually helps me write. Like if the beat strikes an emotion, I usually could write right away. Sometimes I write songs like with no beat, and then I write poetry too, and sometimes I turn those to songs.
What makes KokeRainz KokeRainz?
What makes me me is that like it's no one else like me. Like I'm just being myself. I think what helps me stand out, like I feel like I'm a great performer, and that's like just a great part of everything in my music. And I really like love this. Like, you know, I have a different perspective on the world, and I think about things differently. So I just think that sets me apart. It's my view and what I believe in.
Do you have a favorite artist or rapper?
My favorite rapper is Herbo. That's been my favorite rapper since like 6th, 7th grade. Still my favorite rapper. Like, we've been through a lot of different situations, different backgrounds, but like the emotion that he has in his music, like you can relate to that. And then like he just always keeps going. He independent. Like I love Herbo. That's my favorite rapper.
What do you enjoy outside of music?
Outside of music, I like to read. I like nature a lot. I really like nature, go on walks or just spend time in nature. I like trees. I love to write poetry. I was doing that before I made music. I like to take pictures and stuff too sometimes. So yeah.
So I know you make your own videos and stuff. How is that like? I know a lot of people put a lot of money into stuff like this. What's the process of you making your own stuff?
Really, like, my last 2 music video experiences, like, working with somebody else was, like, horrible. And I'm, like, waiting on the video, and the last one, I never even got the video. So, like, I just didn't really want to depend on nobody else. So, I knew I was going to do film before I even made music. I was going to go to school for film. But then I'm like, I don't need to go to school for it. Like, you can really learn it yourself. So I was like, I already know how to do it, so let me just tap into that part too. And it's been a little challenging, but I like it though, and I know I get better with time.
Do you believe in manifestation?
Yeah, definitely believe in manifestation. I think the mind is super, super powerful. I'm real fascinated with the mind and like how it works and conditioning and how it perceives things and stuff like that. Like the mind, I feel like that's the most powerful tool that we have.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, man, I've been saying this. I see myself like really like in the peak of my career, like really tapping into like my God-like talent and really just seeing my work that I'm going to be putting in for the next 5 years really like start yielding and showing. So I'm excited.
Do you think there are right and wrong ways to cope? And do you cope with music?
I don't think you can tell nobody like what way to cope. Like right and wrong, it could be different for, like, I could think something right, someone think it's wrong. So I feel like you can't just tell somebody like that's not the right way to cope, because like what if that's all they know? So I don't think it's right and wrong ways, but I think it's always a better way you could go about it, and it always could be a worse way to it. So some of the ways like I cope, definitely making music, meditating, watching something funny. Like I like watching Boondocks. That be getting me in a good mood for sure. But I can't watch it too much because I started like saying the jokes, you know. But yeah, I think like you just gotta like do what you can, you know, like to help you in that moment, and then it's always gonna be a better way.
What is your favorite social media?
My favorite social media is Reddit, because I love to read, and Reddit is just like, yeah, like the other social medias, the pictures, the videos, cool, but the reading, because you could just like, reading is just a different part of creativity. So it's like you kind of just use your own imagination with other people's ideas. In Reddit, you could just look at anything. Like you could look at anything you interested in, you could find it on Reddit. And if you want to find some new things to be interested in, you can find it on there. So it still has pros and cons like other social medias, but it's my favorite one for sure.
So how do you battle out the distractions of all outside noise?
Just having awareness. I think awareness is super important. You have to be aware. You're going to be very easily influenced. So you have to be aware and influence yourself. and know who you are on the inside, so that way the outside noise can't knock you.
Do you think mental health is important?
Yeah, I think mental health is very important because, like, your mental health, like, that helps you function in all aspects of life. So I think you should be careful, like, what you read, what you listen to, who you listen to, and just really protect your mental health at all costs, because that's going to help you in all aspects.
Do you have a message to your younger self?
Message to my younger self, and one of my whys is why I do this, is like, I just can't let my younger self down. Like, that's one of my main whys, because, like, I've been, like, thinking about this, like, performing, and, like, since a kid, it's been coming up. So to my younger self, like, everything we've been through, like, I'm not gonna let you down. That's, like, the main thing to say to myself. I'm not gonna let you down.
Do you have a message for your future self?
Message for my future self? It's all working out better than I imagined. Like, message to my future self, it's all gonna work out better than I ever imagined.
What does show the world mean to you?
To me, show the world just means, like, showing the world that you could be you. Like, show the world you who you truly are, and, like, just truly just be yourself, because nowadays, like, it's so hard to be yourself. You got all this thrown in your face and maybe conditioning, your family in your ear, friends in your ear. So to me, show the world is to show the world who you truly are.
How do you balance the ups and downs? Like, how do you manage those?
Man, the ups and downs in life is knowing that everything is temporary. Like, tough times don't last, tough people do. Everything is temporary. So, like, when life going good, like, don't think like, it's gonna end, but it's like, enjoy that, but know that life it's like an ocean, it's waves. Everything is temporary. Tough times, like, it might be super hard in that moment, but it's temporary. So just stand true to yourself. That's gonna help you through the ups, not to get too above yourself, and through the downs, not to get too low.
Do you believe in soulmate?
Soulmate, yeah, I believe in soulmates. Like, it's some people that you just automatically, like, click with, whether it's relationship-wise or friend-wise. I definitely believe in soulmates, because, like, you just know that person, and, like, y'all just vibe. Like, that's one of y'all soulmates. Like, yeah, I definitely believe in that.
So tell me, is time real?
Time real? I don't think time is real. I think time is just, like, a measurement, like, to keep us, like, in a track, but, like, it's no way that time could be real. Like, it's all about, like, perception. Like, just like sometimes you're at work, it can seem like it's going so slow, or it can seem like it's going so fast. I think when it go fast is when you actually doing something, because you're in the moment, like, you're being. So I don't think time is real. I think it's all about your perception, and the only thing that's really real is right now. That's all we ever have.
Do you believe you can change the world?
Yeah, I do believe you can change the world by changing yourself. That's why I have my tattoo, 555, embracing change. It's definitely hard to embrace change, but to embrace change means to grow, and that's the purpose of life, is to grow. So as long as you're growing and changing yourself in a positive way, that can have a positive experience on other people, because you've worked on yourself, now you could help others and